Hello everyone, I just sending the link in our networks so we can start the stream. Hopes everyone is fine. I not used to make a live stream in English, so it's going to be insane today. Tonight, I don't know what time you are watching this. I'm sharing on the Facebook group. Okay. Let's see the sound here. Maybe well, if the mix is too low, you can ask in the chat so I can put it higher. But I think it's okay right now. I was thinking on adding the noise sound from the Slayer's client that. But yesterday I saw this message showing how to disable the sound, and I thought that maybe not the good idea. Well, another thing is that this is going to be the most random stream that you will be watching, because it's a Brazilian guy talking about Korea MMORPG, speaking English, so a lot of bad conditions for us, but I think we can communicate today. I think we will be possible pass the message, besides any mistake I commit in this live stream. And why? Well, I will start. So if you have any question, you can ask on the chat or the comments. I'm going to watch the comments after the stream. So feel free to put any message, ask any question. We still will answer in the future. So just let me. Let me see if it's working, my presentation here. I think yes. Ok, now I can see the chat. English não, Mox na área, sacanagem. E aí, Mox, seja bem-vindo. Eu posso responder em português aqui, mas a narração aqui eu acho que vou fazer em inglês, pra galera poder entender. But let's go. I do in English this stream because there's a lot of Korean in the community in the Discord, and there's NR players, South America, so we have a lot of countries in the Discord, and I thought that making the live stream in English would be a good idea. But I think it will be possible to understand here if someone don't master English. Just put this auto subtitles, should be good. Let's see here. So why I'm doing this? Why did I decide to make this content here? Let's see if, okay, my mic is okay. Why did I decide to make this stream? It's because, well, this game has a lot of years, and a lot of years no one is playing, and the community still exists. So I'm doing this for all of you that are waiting for to play this game again. So I managed to get all the content on the Discord. I joined recently in the development of this project. It was last year, and I tried to get all the content that I could study in there, and I'm going to present here today. So I'm going to make a brief on this beginning, telling about how we reach here, what we made last year, and what we need to do in the next. What would be the next steps that we can make? So every this content will be on the stream. You'll be on this stream here, né? Opa, Kotso, e aí? So I'm going to start here, and I'm doing the stream here, but this is not my working. So there's a lot of people who help in this project. There's all the players, there's developers, there's a lot of people helping, so it's not solo working. I just here because I usually do streams, so it's I use it to this, so I just managed to get the content and bring it here. And to start, I started to develop in 2023. And before that, we can understand that the project was a heavy, low programming features to develop and was really slow. It's take a long time to someone. Well, there is most of well, I got lost here, but the game is known to have a lot of flaws in about hacking, cheatings, and this kind of stuff. And this protocol crypto is not, it is a post that started out this development here, but I think there's a lot of people who already know how to solve that. But I just pointed here some checkpoints that helped us to reach the software we have today. And discovery description was one of these items. After that, opening the game, someone managed to get all the client and opening the game without the need to have a server, so just changing the memories and stuff, and it could access the game. And after that, would be possible to discover the communication with the game. So inside the game, we start to make some actions. These actions generate some requests. We can analyze these requests and start to make it, something with that. And after that, discovering this TCP connection, it started to make a server for each new request discovered. So this was what happened in these 10 years. I can resume it this way. There's be a lot of content in the Discord that details this story way more, but the first, I think the first step to bring back the game was to discover every what we call packets, and after we discover a package, we can make one package it's a feature or one package is an action. We can see that way. So every package we discover, we understand, we implement in the server, the game starts to work and do what he is doing. So it's the reverse engineering of this project, and it's how we are making the project. This I just showing that to everyone understand the complexity behind the game. It's not just start to make some code and we work. You know, we have to understand how the client works, how he works, and after that we adapt and create the server for him. So it's this is where we are. So in the last year, 2023, we have a group on the WhatsApp and players started to get a little upset because no one was doing nothing in the game at that time. It was stopped, so there was a movement to we tried to get the client we have, what most tested offline, and we wanted to, well, can we put it online and makes it available for everyone access and play it. So so last year when I joined the project, I think was in May, after April, I think, I started to, well, what I can do to make this game stable, né, online, né? So here I have a special thanks to Zohar BR and Leonardo. He has the same name as me. He's hosting a server for us in Brazil. So the server everyone is accessing in the Discord is hosted in Brazil. That's why maybe there is lag with him if you are playing on the other side of the planet. So maybe this is what causes some problems when someone is going to test, but it's helping us to improve the multiplayer experience. So it was really good to do this, because after that we started to test the original software we are testing offline. We could make some tests online, and that improved a lot his stability. We have a lot of issues when we had done this, but I think we are in a way better moment than we are before. So we made a lot of progress in online. And now I'm gonna list some items we made that is working right now. First one is if you go in the village in the item and spell, it's possible to buy the items that are available in the store. So it's possible now buy all the potions and mana potions, selling too. So you can, when you buy, it's going to your inventory. When you sell, it's consuming for your inventory. All of this working together. Arms dealer buy sell is working too. Jeweler buy sell is working too. So it's, I think I didn't test them before the live stream, but I think repair options is working on arm dealer. I'm going to answer the chat before this slide, after this slide, okay? Characters items, in the first version, there's a lot of things that are running in memory, so we add a lot of things in the persisting in the database. So if you have played, you could notice that when you log off, the server restarts. We are not losing the items, the data still persisted when we log on again after the log off. We didn't have monster in the beginning. We wanted to give a version that was only two people connecting and walking the map, and that was the purpose. But we could add some respawns. We add mobs in Rock Mountain and Yellow River. Also, we implemented consumables. So when we use potions that recover HP or MP, and the scroll that recovers is all working, it will recover your status. The only thing we did not implement yet, it's the buffs items, so it's not possible to buff. And we made a lot of improvements in multiplayer. So we had a lot of issues when two people attack the same mob, two people join the same, one people is logging and other is entering a map. So, well, we have a lot of issues that we could see in the last month was really more stable than it was. And I think Max made a question here. What's your biggest difficulty today in updating the game? I think we are going to cover this on the topics that after that, because I just put it here what is working for. If you want to join the Discord and access the server, this is what we're going to get. So that's the first part. And we learned a lot with this, trying to make the game online and people connecting. So really want to thank you everyone that connected to the game, played a while, put some content in the Discord. This helped a lot for us to continue improving the game. So thank you everyone. And now we have, I think now, Max, we can see. I'm going to answer your question because I'm going to show now what can we do this year, and I will try to show maybe the difficulties, the scenarios, trying to show what needs to be done. I think that's the phrase. So let's start with the maps. I put it with maps here, but we can think as board too. So every map we join, the village, the map is Rocky Mountain, Yellow River. This thing is a map, but we can think as a board, like a chess board. So why I telling this? Well, now I'm going to show what we need to do to make things work in the game, and we are going to start with the board. So with these layers, each map is a board with 2 axes. So we have the height and width, x, y, right, 2 dimensionals, and each cells of this board we call cells. So every point is a cell. And this cell, it's what we have to map to make the board workings. So when most of you, if you joined the server in the past, would be possible to teleport to the water, would be possible to walk on unwalkable areas. This is happens because we need to programming the server to check if a player can do that action in that cell he's interacting inside the board in the moment of the game, right? So we did not have any how is this board. We just know that he exists, and we can study the board playing the game, opening the client and checking every pixel. This way we can understand and recreate the I think we can call board metadata or something like that. And I just show at the right here we have this what we call cell. So some of these variables we don't use. We just use if I recall correctly, location. So we just have to map this location, and we have to tell if it's blocked or closed. So each cell have a state. This is what we can think this way. So if we watch this image here, we can see that we have areas that we can drop items like this. It's the same where the characters can walk, right? So I can walk in any of these. There is a item, this white ball with a hand here is a item. So every ball is a item that's dropped, and we can see the walkables pixels that we can walk. The one here that I marked with a red line, it's we can call unwalkable cell. So if I try to click on with the client on the river, the character will stop on the corner. He will not go to the river. And when I use a spell like teleport, I immediately change the pixel from where the character is to where he clicked. So without cell states, character can teleport to anywhere. So we have to understand which pixel the character is clicking and check he can do that action in that pixel. This is we can solve with the state of the cell. And After we try to implement this, we could check that each cell have some properties. So, for example, I added these two images. On the left, we have a fireball casting, so we can see there is a fireball crossing the river, and on the right image we have an arrow, and we can see that the arrow can surpass the river and reach the mob. So this is adding more complexity for our grid. We have to understand if it's a water, if it's a blocky passage. I bring it more two examples here. So on the left we have the characters. We can see that when we hit that corner here, the arrow don't go below. The arrow stop here. And we can see on the right side that there's some trees that can hold our hit. So you should be protected if you are on the outside of the tree. So we have to understand if I cannot walk and a project can pass. And we also need to understand if you can't walk and your project can't pass that. So this is not it's not implemented yet. We have to do this this part here. So we have to understand that a pixel is below. We just consider all of them blocked. So it's a thing that we have to develop. We have to increment this kind of behavior on the board, on the grid. And after that we can we can create spells, we can create projectiles that can interact correctly with the water, with the walls. If we don't make this, we don't distinguish this kind of properties, we can't make gameplay more fluid. I think that's the main idea here. And what is mapping cell? What's the work we have to do to make this behavior of combat interacting with the scenario work? We have to go to a map and we have to get all the coordinates. That is, there is this kind of tree wall. Well, we have to collect all these pixels. And we have to write every one of these on this notepad on the left. So imagine how much pixels each Slayer's maps have, and we have to basically mapping all of them and see if it's possible to walk or not. Fortunately, we are using the A-star algorithm that we don't need to map all the pixels. We just need to map where is the pixels that are blocked. So we just need to map the walls, the rivers, and he will work in well. So, but it's a lot of pixels to click to map, and I'm going to show here. Let's see if it's working here. Yes, it's working. This is a video that I posted some months before. And I don't know if it's possible. Let's see. I don't know if it's possible to read, but here on the right, you can see that there is the tiling mapping 2 points 7 comma 49. So it's 7 it's x and 49 it's y. Height. And we have to we can use the client, the visual GUI, to check if I can where is the I can click with this and I can add this click to a log, and this don't do nothing, just write the pixel I clicked on the log. This way I can use a auto click tool. I keep it enabled and start to, like a pencil, interacting with the wall, this starts to collect all the coordinates that have the wall, and I have to do this through all of the scenario. So this is, for example, this is the Western Village. It took 50 minutes for me click on every wall and do this. So if we collect all the maps, we make this work here and collect all the coordinates and tell this is a wall, this is a river. We can start to have maps that can interact very well with projectiles, with spells, with a lot of things. So this is basically the requirements that we have to make so that the maps workings. I'm going to read how to join the Git repository. Right, Everton. There is, I think if you go in the about of this YouTube channel here, you are going to find a Discord. Join that Discord, and we are going to. I'm going to send you a message, and I can put you in the Git. We have a private repository, and we are adding through Discord. We talk a little, but we don't have a lot of locks or anything like that. We just want to know the peoples. So we have to do this to mapping the cells to generate that log. Maybe there is some better ways to do this. This is just idea, and when this is done, we go to the second step. It's this one here. Let's see if it's working. Okay. So I was clicking on the wall on the game, and I programmed a version so that it writes a log for every corner I clicked. And after that I get that log and run some programs here. This will generate a CSV with the coordinates I mapped. And I can use just here a Jupyter Notebook to watch these pixels I've mapped. So sometimes I forgot to map a pixel, and it's a really hard to do this because sometimes we think we collected all the pixels, but we forgot some corners. And when we are going to test this, the mob can pass on that corner and he starts to go to the wall, and we have to look at the what we collected. We need to see that so we can understand better if we miss it to collect some pixels. Another thing is that the pixels is layer board is it's a inverse board, so the y-x axis it's going down, not to up. So y100 it's a little below and not above. It's a difference. So when we collected the CSV, I have to always invert so I can see this is how he collected. When I make the inverse, this is Western Village, so here's the spell shop, here's the jewelry, the blacksmith, so that's with that mapping we can avoid teleport to oh my god, a pixel that cannot be teleported. That's fine. Okay, I can't go. Okay, so why we need to make this? Why we need to open HMap, and we have to collect the pixels, and we have to do this for, well, I think there is 100 maps, so it's not possible to just let's go add all the maps this week. You know, we have a really repetitive job to do here, so it's not a fast action. So we're thinking in add maps progressive, so that we can learn more with the process, and maybe it will get fast in the end. And we need to do this because this allows us to make the mob movement more fluid. The mobs will not walk in a wall or anything like that. Projectiles will work better because it will respect the physics of what the players is seeing in the client. This also helps the projectiles for enemies. So if we have enemies that need to fire something, he will benefit with this making too. So all the combat makes an improvement. Spells also will work better with this interaction with the map to understand where a spell can be casted or not. Also just help drops, so we can understand if a player die, how many drops we can make or where we can drop the player items and similars. The way you are doing it's the best but longest way. No room for error because you fix every possible issue. Yes, it's a long road, but I think it's possible to do, and I think the final result is more good this way. Okay, what we need. This was for maps. So if we have plans to add new maps, we are going to collect this data, and we need to revisit the ones we collected because we just consider it walls. We need to consider rivers, so regarding have to recollect Rocky Mountain and Yellow River, we still need to implement the river before we collect it again. So this is what make our development of the maps a little stuck. And now I'm going to talk about village. What we have in village, there's an issue that we need to solve, that we can control the value columns here on the item shop. I could figure out how to add the items in these shops. There is a particular a behavior is strange in this shop. What I could notice is that if we using the same entity ID, so to put an item on this list here, I have to open this window on the client, and after this window is open in the client, if I send a request with an entity ID, he added the item here. But for some reason, when I'm going to add an item on the player inventory, I start with 0 index. But if I try to add 0 index on this shop, it will not work. I have to, I don't remember what range of ID, but I have to add some thousand integers. I keep it iterating. I was throwing a lot of entity IDs here, making paginations, automating to check, and incrementing the ID every time I make a pagination. So there's a range I could see some things getting right in this window. That's when I could find the entity ID of this shop. It's possible to see this on the item shop service. Okay, I could put the item here, but for some reason I can't control the value. And the only thing I could change here was, well, I think I couldn't change it. It's always 66 and I don't know why. So this is an issue that we, it's easy. Just can have, okay. We can change this column here value, and I don't think we know the values of the items. So there's two things we still need to discover. It's the prices and how to change this value here. I hard coded in the backend this value here 66. So every time we interact with the shop in the main today, it's this fixed value here. If we fix in the future, we need to fix the operation here, but it's easy to do. Spell shop, we need to spells price too. I didn't test too much the spells yet, but I could add the spells here using the same logic I use it on the item shop, if I recall correctly. And spell, when you start the game on the Discord server, you start with all the spells already enabled on the characters. I think most of the spell is level 1, and we can interact with its spell yet, so we can already buy them, put on the bag. We just need to implement the right click on the spell and making it accessible for the character. This part has to be developed to be done. It's not implemented yet. Okay, we have combat here. This is when I made this, the mobs are friendly, but I think this has sent some content on the Discord that we could see the mobs following the player. So even if we are doing his more making the mobs more aggressive right now, I think it is going to be available this weekend. But each mob may have his own behavior, so we need to program each of these mob behavior. They have the same behavior, all of them right now, and I think some of them must have a specific behavior according to the type of the monster, and this is what we need to be done. This is a little, I think it's some work to do and can take some time to add a few mobs. It's not a fast development. Another thing that we have to develop, this is, I think, is one of the most hardest one. It's the spells. Maybe there is a lot of running things. Let's start with the left here. We can use the screen to understand better some spells properties. For example, this spell here, it's this light wave. We can see that the wave had 5 squares there. When we use the spell near the mob, we can see that the spell only goes few houses. So it's just moving 3 squares, and when we target it to the right, we could see that the wave going to be way longer because there's no mob to stop this spell. So we can understand that this spell, if there's something, a player or a mob, he should stop on that square. So we can use this on the client, and with that we can try to implement the same physics on the back end. One of the hardest things is because we have to control all the spells on the server at the same time they are happening on the client. So server, you ask to make the spell, this spell will be triggered immediately. It will be triggered at the same moment that you click it, but the server should understand that this spell is going to hit someone in a few milliseconds, for example. So we have to control each square of these spells for working correctly. Looking now this on the upper right, we can see that some spells have one behavior when clicked on an empty cell. So in the case of the fireball here, it always going in a straight line. So we can see he's going to the left and then down, and don't change much the directions. And if in this example below here, we can see that the fireball makes a curve. He just have on living. This happens because when we click a mob, he make a like a auto rocket or something like that, and we need to understand that the spell was clicking on a mob, and so we need to calculate this projectile route and to see if where it's going to hit and give a better visual experience for the player. And this is going to be a really, I think, a bit hard for us to do, because we need to know the formula that do this. I don't think it's possible, but sure will take some time. The good news is there's a lot of magics that we can implement, but I think there's some magics that will be more hard to do. So this is one of our main challenges in the community. Okay, now we have the experience in farm that we need to improve. This one, the community told me I was releasing the versions, and people start to complain about how the experience is working, because it's not like the original layers. And today, if you join the server, you are going to have basically the experience you get if you do the last hit. If I recall correctly, I think it's that. And we need to fix this because this is not how the game works. The game, every time you hit an enemy, you get experience, and so if you reduce half the life bar of a mob, you get half of the experience, and if other player do the same, he get the another half. So, and it's important for us to do this, even not just to become more similar to Slayers, but because we have a party system, so we have to share the experience between players, and we need to revisit this. It's the actual version is very simple. It's just sum up the experience and that's it. And we are going to need a experience system a little more customizable, I can say. Let's see here. I will work on that soon and see how far I can get. Spells, nice, Zizi, really nice. Would be awesome when we have spells. Another thing that we already made this, but we already know how to do this. The functions are already implemented. I just disabled because when we started to receive more players in the server, happened a lot of trouble. The server needed resets, black screens, a lot of things happened. And I disabled the drops to see if maybe it's the drops crashing the client. When I was developing the loot, the items that stay on the map, on the board, I could see that it's easy to crash the client if we mess up something quantity. So there's a lot of bytes that can crash the game. But I think the current version is working fine. We just disabled because we thought that this was helping to crash the server, but as the server is now working, it's more stable. I think we can bring back the drops, and also it's working the loot, the player loot, so players can drop items. We can also drop items from mob. But I think we don't have loot quantity per cell, so also we need to make a timer for how much the loot can stay on the ground. So this is things we did not develop it, and I think it's important because it requires a unique ID for entity ID for put this item on the screen. and we have only an integer for entities ID, so I think we can't have too much items on the ground, so maybe there will be a timer. And it's possible drop loot from the bag also. It's working this way. You can get the item, it's going to your bag. If you drop, it's going to the ground. This part here I added because I made it was an exercise I had do in the last year to discover a new package on the client, and I could make the party system work. And I bring it here just to show a bit how we are doing this package, because, well, let me rephrase this. Sometimes we are developing things that is like a business rules. Sometimes we have to figure out how the client works and well, if you play the game and open some windows and try to use all the options available, you could see that some of them are not working. It's because it's getting this function and we just skip it because we did not implement it yet. So when we started to develop a feature that exists in the client and not existing on the backend, we can debug the package that the client sends to the server, so we can make some action on the screen and see if I get some request for this action and what's inside in this request. In this case here, I opened the party screen. I could see that if you add a player on the map using the add player to map, it already populates the player on the screen here. So the trigger to fill someone in this party invite screen is adding a player on the map. If he show on the right side of the nick list on the map, he will probably show here. And when we click OK, I can see that it sent a package to in this case the package is 780, and I can see what there is usually an array of bytes that we can see, well, what he sent me. In this case, if I recall correctly, from this index 4 to 15, we have the ASCII characters of the nickname of someone who tried to, in this case number 2 is create a part. I think it's that. And this code here, it's an intention of create a part. And if I remember this part here, the 0 is a divider, so it's going to be the nickname of the player who have been invited. Well, we understand what we send on the screen, we get the bytes and try to understand what is, make some relations with what we are sending. After that, we can start to understand how to create things. But this is okay to so I got this message here, and the client said okay, and after that I don't have any more actions. He just sent me that player A wants to create a party with player 2 OB. And what I could do is just well, if 708 is it's the creative party, maybe the nearest package is to invite a party. So I just made a for here, and I added a nickname in bytes with a 0 on the final. And when we send, I think it's this 7082, he sends this message to a player. So looping the packets, we could see that at a moment the player got in the first version I sent 0, So it's probably appeared nothing join party. You have asked nothing to join party. And then we added UTF-8 bytes here, and he started to show the nickname. And this way, okay, I know now I can understand how someone is have an intention to create a party. And now I have a command here to ask a party for someone. And after that, sometime this player will click okay or no, right? If he clicks okay or no, just change a boolean flag on the I will receive another handle data package here with his answer. So I still need to how can I say confirm the party. So I don't remember how I reached that part, but for example, I could see that it's the same. No, we can see that 7 the 80 here is for create party, 82 here is to send an invite, and 83 here is to accept the party. So they are always near the packets, but everyone have a different byte array that we need to send so he can make the action. In this case here, we have to make a byte array that we need to send the party leader. Here's is a important tip I could figure out doing this. It's that when if we think on a creative party system, how can I say, it's you for I think the first part, so when I try to create a party and invite a player, just will have all the information that reference me to the because how the server knows that I not duplicate a party. So checking this first payload here, we can see that the client never sent me the entity ID of the player here, that Silvio Santos. He never sent me the entity ID. He sent me the nickname. This gives me a guess to when I accept the party, I use this nickname reference for these players. So the client already know that maybe it's not possible to create 2 players with the same nick, because if it is possible, this would be break here. So this is a condition to not have duplicate nicknames, because the party system will not working, because he don't reference the player entity, he reference the nickname, and we I could not just guess because of the absence of the entity ID here. So I thought maybe all the operations after that is using the nickname, and with that put the party leader in this1. Using the first one here, I could see that he divided this nick with a 0 and add another nick. I tried to choose the same pattern here, so add the nick here, add a 0, and add the player who is joining the party. After that, we make another 0, because every time we have ASCII character, maybe we need to put a 0 to start the new variable. And here is the answer of the player, if he's joining the party or not. If I think I could check that this was the accepted or canceling party, because we always can just send a lot of byte array with zeros, and sometimes this trigger a message on the screen like interrogation, leave the party. Oh, this gives me a hint that maybe just do the party thing. And we try to combine it. We learn with the basically here I learn with the first screen how to accept the party. With that, the nickname got got blue like here. Study party, create party. Okay, I now on the other PC. When I accepted the party, it already added the icon here. But as we can see, the other play did not show up the blue nick here, né? But we can see the nickname here that I got the leader of the party. And this is how we it's working. If I understand it now, it's created a party, but Erin3 did not accept it yet, and now he accepted and showing here has joined the party. So this is an example of work we have to do. The party system, it still need to be done. We have the branch, we have all this code, it's documented, but it's because we need the experience. So I don't think it makes sense to rush the party system if we still don't have the shared experience. This will not working very well. So it's a per requirements we finish the experience, so we can I just show it that way too, because I want to show sometimes we want to make some function some feature to work, but this feature depends on others features, and because we are doing the opposite way of development, it's too easy to start a thing and oh my god, I need some other thing, and we keep on a loop of things that we need, and we never end something. So it's sometimes really complicated to do this type of development. Okay, and now that I show the things that we have to do, the challenges, well, I try to explain a little what's happened here. I added some works that we have to do here. So what development of new features, this can be recreated the game as the state he was, but can be new features, new things that the original game did not have, that we can make. We still need to discover new server client packages. So for example, guild, I don't know how to pronounce in English, the group functionality. So marriage, I think the saint or devil score, all these things need to be, some of them need to be discovered to implement these things. The most here is the most hard part of this. It's the packages that, for example, it's a thing that only the server requests to the client, and the client did not know. It's don't draw it on the GUI if the server don't send it. So this kind of package, it's the more complicated one. It's more easy to deal with client packages that we make some action on the client GUI and he sends some requests so we can study, like the party that showed before. When we have to deduce the package, it's a really more hard. Okay, there's the server maintenance. Here the server maintenance, it's the backup of the players, the database. We've made some backups. There is it's Zohar BR, he's hosting the server for us. So I don't know where he works, but I think he's doing great, and he's doing a great work here to host this machine for us. And we have to, when we release new features on the GitHub, we update the version, so everyone who enters in the Discord in the alpha version, we can access the latest version. So server maintenance is basically this. Also, we answer chat on the Discord. We check a big list. I will show you later how the Discord is working too. Another thing that we have started to make on, I think, on October is the development of Discord commands. And first we started with a website in Python that you add an address there, and you put your username, password, and create your account. But this was given a little hatchet, and we changed that for Discord bots / commands, and I think the address it's so good in there. There's a lot of accounts being created. I think it's something that we should improve because players are interacting well with the bot on the Discord. And maybe we can integrate the word chat with Discord somehow. We can think on some fun things. So there's a lot of opportunity here to improve. We have to generate the dataset of the game boards. This involves extensive repetitive work. So this is one of the most tedious tasks we have, and will take time. Unless someone discover a more fastest way, but today we understand that it's going to take some time. Design each mob boss behavior, so the mobs are too without they have all the same behavior. They need to have some personality, I think. Let's see, gonna have to try disassemble and reversing some functional clients. Possible, it's in a lot of work land. Also, not have experience to do it. Yeah, that's what I do. I did it start. I found a lot of formulas on how to create server-side stuff. It's a well, we are going to check what's the feature we want to put in the game, and see where we can study this feature, if it's making some action on the client or no. We need to open the binary of the client and start to digging around. So this can be different for each task, I think. Another thing that I think it's combined with what this is right on the chat is the question about balancing. Maybe the formulas, I don't know how it's working, if it's the damage is really accurate, if the mobs damage it's right. So maybe we have to improve this with the time. Combat design here, I think it's all the interaction that projectiles interact with the board. So, and there's a lot of small issues in combat that we need to develop. That's if we are making the mobs more aggressive. If players enter the mobs range, he starts to follow these players, but maybe he should follow the last one who attacked or the first one who attacked, or he should change his pattern when he's below certain quantity of HP. This is all enter inside combat design, and we have to develop all these things. This is not something that we get. It's if there's two mobs that have the same behavior, yeah, it will be more easy. We just upgrade the level of the mob and his design is the same. But if the mob is different, he have a different behavior, we need a different code for him. Another thing is other type of work we have, it's promoting development, server, news to Slayer's community. That it's what we basically doing here. So I just my presence on the Discord, talking with the players, talk with the devs, my experience in content creation. I imagine maybe I can give some some news to the players, some uh, make more accessible what we are making on the Discord, so that people can understand our challenge, our work. That's in everyone wants to know when there is going to be a new update, what is going to be on the next update, answer questions, things like that. So this joins in promoting development, serving news to Slayer's community, and we can try to make this channel here on the YouTube more active. This is what it's inside this thing. I do this live stream here, but I just want to tell that I did not made this game alone. I not own this. This is really a work from the community, and I wanted to give recognize some players, some members of the Discord that are helping a lot. This is happening. So if someday we will have Slayers to play, I think there's some people that we need to mention here, because they've been very long time on what I could see on the Facebook, helping to revive the game. And the first player here is Redactor. I think that's how it's pronounced. He's very active. He's doing a great work on the Facebook, on the community. He's an old player a long time ago. He is Brazilian and he is helping a lot the community. So thank you. I also would like to thank you, Ravenus. He was helping me a lot on a few months ago, and he extensively tested the server. He helped a lot. So thanks. Godzuko too. He's an India player. He's helping him on the Discord, testing the client. Fabinho too. Fabinho is from Brazil. He's helping on the WhatsApp group there too. He helped us with mapping the position of the signs. So he always contributes on the chat too. Thanks, Fabinho. And now the Koreans players. Maybe I missed someone here. Sorry if I did that, but I just bring it here. Frostfire, Coca-Cola, UXX, Derek XX. They helped a lot on the Discord. A lot of good insights. I learned a lot of layers with them. I played Slayers when I was a child. It was my first MMORPG. I did not. I don't remember the game so well. I was not a hardcore player in that epoch, so I don't remember the game. And talking with these players here, I could learn a lot how to develop the game better. And I think it's not only a development a development challenge here. The players who have been playing this game for a long time, they have a lot of knowledge, so we can make this revival possible. And devs here, I bring a list. Devs here, I put the people that somehow contributed with technical contributions. So Zarud, there's a insane post of him on the, I think, Rage Zone, the site, that make we can read the TCP communication. Zizi made a great work here. He's insane. He basically discovered most of the packets and made the basic structure of there's a class in the, I think there's maybe three main class on the project that this helped a lot. That was network data handler, that have a mapping of all calls and all actions that the client is doing, and what it's the entry point, and we can say like a API, something like that. The client object, the TCP communication to connect to the clients, all good stuff. You did great. And the packets, we could I could learn a lot of the package process reading this code, so that's why I could contribute too. Great work, man. Leo is me. Leo is I didn't present myself from the beginning. Now that I noticed that, in Brazil is Leo, but I think it can be called Leo too. So it's me. Rafael Pique. He is a Java expert. He is, I think he's a software manager in some NEA enterprise. He's Brazilian, but he lives in NEA. And I think he's a lot of work, so he can help too often, but he helped me a lot. It was him that bringing me to the code, so really glad, Rafa. Also, thanks for all support you contribute to me too. Zohar BR, it's he's hosting the server, and also the server needs some management, and he always warning us before, so we can trust a lot on his server, because he's doing a great job to warn the devs any changes that he's going to do there. So great job, man. Great support you are giving to us here. Batishi is a friend of mine that made some scripts on the Docker composing. He helped us to migrate from SQL Server to Postgres. So, but he is out of time. He can't contribute too much. Maybe in future I can convince him to come back. And we have Pedro Cardoso here. Pedro Cardoso helping us to. There is a thread on the Discord that we can see all the. There is a command on the client server that we send to the client that we can draw any object of the game that the client have, like a chair, a table. We can add some scenario things like trees, walls, doors on the board if you want. So we can make some customization. And Pedro Cardoso helped us to he printed all of the things that we can put on the board, and we have a thread on the Discord that show that. Well, that's it. And I start to join a Patreon too, so I'm going to work on this until March. If I get some contributions, I can continue to do this all the year. So I will spend a time here. I will put a lot of work on the next month to solve these things I was showing before. And I added 3 plans here, so there is the link I will post on Discord. Also there is a description on this live that you can access the Patreon and subscribe. Any subscribe will help me to continue on this project. So if you want to make this game bring it back again, you can just go to the Patreon below on the description. Also, I'm doing this with this page here, the revival. I offer here, the first tier here is a development support. You are going to access a private channel on the Discord. I will send what I'm doing, my daily routine. I will write updates there. And I have a higher plan here called Development Insider that I will bring more if I get subscribed on this tier. I will bring more lives like this. I will bring more. Maybe we can make some plans of the project. We can receive more people. Well, I will do everything I can to make this kind of content I'm doing here. Another thing I added, it's a Slayer's alpha server in South Korea. So I entered some cloud cloud services that offers Windows machines similar to the one we are hosting in Brazil. So we could check that with one subscriber, maybe we can already put a server on South Korea. So, but we limited to 10 subscribe on this, so it's not going to be the most potent server. It's just for we host a server on Korea, exactly the same one we are hosting in Brazil. So if you get at least, I think if you get 4 or 5, even less subscribe, we already can host the server. And every time we make a update on GitHub, we are going to make it available there. We are also going to clone the server that we have here in Brazil. We are going to clone to Korea. So if we also are going to need to make some adjustments on the create account, so we can handle multiple servers. But if we have interest in this kind of feature, it's worth we upgrade our Discord create account about, and maybe we start to add the Hangul characters on the server. This will assign to us to make the game more available in other region. Okay, that's it. Also, Zizi is promoting his Patreon. He's on the description below. He's doing some features. He's programming, so he also would be good give some subscribe to him, to really thanks all the work he already done here. So his Patreon is there, and anyone can touch him on the Discord to ask questions and understand better his Patreon too. Okay, and now to finish here, I'm going to show the Discord here, and I think it's some members. Let me. Just a sec. I'm going to share my Discord screen here. This is going to be the last slide here. Okay. Why I bring in here this? It's because we have, I think, half people that we have on the Facebook group in our Discord. So we have the bigger network that Slayer have is a group on the Facebook that I think have a lot of people there. Here he have I think there is 400, and here is 500, and here we have 200, a bit less than 200, and most of people come here and sometimes don't know how the Discord works, and I'm going to show just a brief how things is going to work here. And just if we make some events, it's going to be like this one I'm showing here. There's we can schedule events on Discord. It's like a virtual meeting. So if we are going to make some live scene like this one, we can just schedule it here. Also, events that we are going to make on the game, we can create here. The good part of this feature here on the Discord is that he already converts to your time zone. So if we create an event here, everyone will get the correct hour. We don't need to translate time zone for people that live far away from our house. So just one event and everyone get the same hours. Server status is a channel that you can report if the server is offline, like this one, server is black screen, someone restarted. So every time you join this Slayer server, just throw a message here saying what's happening. In this case, we desire Happy New Year here. So Happy New Year, everyone. And well, we can throw any server problem here. Just everyone is welcome to post here server status for that. On the welcome page we receive new people, so always give a wave for someone who's joined. Starting point, it's where we can access all the content available of Slayers on the internet. I think there's not much things, and here you can get the link for our Discord, the links for the YouTube channel, the links for the Facebook groups, chat, WhatsApp. If you want to join any of these Slayers groups, networks, you can get the link on the starting point of Discord. There's some about language. You can write in any language you want on the Discord. Let me okay. I just I thought that I was not sharing the screen here. So we are chat language friendly. Don't we are, if you don't know speak English or any language, use your own language. We can try translate and communicate. So let's try put communication in front of other things and create a more enjoyable environment. Channels rules. We know we want to have the channels. Each channel have its purpose, but let's try not to be too hard on the things. So if someone starts to speak the wrong thing on the wrong channel, sometimes just continue the conversation. So let's not to be so hard on these things. Remember communication in front of others things, so we can make a more relaxed chat environment. But we want that everyone follows the channel purpose. So if it's a video channel, post videos. If it's a screenshot channel, you can have text, yes, can have, but remember that the focus is the screenshot announcement, so we can release new things. Chat is it can be anything really. Can be development, can be questions, random questions, any kind of chat. It's chat, so feel free to make any commentary here. And when this and the create account here, it's where we create the, if you never joined the Discord, this is where you create your account to the Slayers. And so you came here, you put your username key and your password. I just make an example, and he will create an account. He's not creating my account because he's saying that account with your Discord account already exists. This is because I already made an account, and we can only have one account per Discord server. Maybe this is temporary, maybe we change this rule in the future. It's just so that in the actual state of the server, every person on the Discord just need one account, so it's not necessary have a lot of accounts yet. So this is what happened now. And maybe when I was showing on the slide before that we can develop new things, with the Discord here, so we can integrate the server better with this Discord and make the experience more fluid. So this is the main channels that we have here that you should if you follow these channels, you should have all the content that we are producing. After that, we have this revival section here that we're going to, someone asked me how to, I don't have so that channel for some reason, create account. Let me see here. Strange, everyone should have. It's not possible to send messages. Let's see if I can ping you here. See if you see this. if you can use it, you saw the channel now. Well, thanks. Okay. I will allow the messages. Oh, but you can see. Ah, I think I know what's happens. Is I think I know. It's the maybe you should go here. I think it's called channel and roles. You click here, and there will be an option here. Here is in Portuguese. Is right conferir canais, but should be search channels. After that, maybe you can select the channel here. It's because we have a community feature on the server, and all the chats are not available, so you have to mark the chats that you. Let's see chat. So you do not have permission to send, and you can't send the bot command. I thought, okay, I will allow this channel here. It's I disable because there was people. Well, the slash got forgotten, and my password, my username, and my password here. So always remember to verify if you are using the slash command here on Discord. So if you are using the slash command, you will get some interface like this one here, where we have a box here with username and a space here, my username, and when I click tab, I go to the password field. If I press enter right now, it will trigger the bot. If I copy this and for some reason I remove the slash here and do this, I can expose my account there. So this is why I blocked the message, but I think there's other way to do this. I'm going to check this. I can now, after join a region. Interesting. But the channel is not private. I allowed the message. Maybe that's because you can send now. Okay, so here's where we create account. I think on starting point, did you find if you want to join development and topic server development? No. Okay. Talking about a bit of this revival section here, we have a forum that we just put information. This forum is well, any information about the layer. Request Jav here. Someone asking how can I join the GitHub? Just ask here or comment to the chat and ask for the access, and we are going to talk, ask GitHub, add it to the team, and send some brief informations. So this is a way you can help the project. We have a private channel here with only the people who have this tech sorcery. It's the project, it's the same vision we have on GitHub. People who are on GitHub are on this project here, and we just throw stuff, code stuffs, private meetings and things like that. Bug report, any player can go here and write a bug so we can fix later. So if you are playing on the server and you notice something wrong, you can just go here and add some details. You don't need to be too formal, just put what do you think we can understand. In this case, a teleport map. In Bizarre Rock Valley, the teleports list was second Tyler. When you have a bag full up the mobile, okay, there's a issue here. I don't know why this is happening, but this is what it's happening here. So there is a lot of things that we need to fix just put here, even when we got time we develop a thing that will fix this, we come to this bug report and notify the player, oh, okay, we solved this, and that's it. This is a way the community can report things to devs. Hi, I can't read your nick in Korean, Hangul characters. I have to learn now Hangul characters so I can read the names of the viewers. Here there is another forum called request features. So if you have something you want to be done on the game, just ask in here. Chat log. Create a chat log would improve play interaction via chat. It disappear at a low time because someone else to miss a message, so we don't have chat log. Someone was asking chat log. It's a thing that we need to. It's a feature. It is being requested. The development chat. It's development relation here. That's every channel will change the context, so we can use it. These things here to navigate. For example, I on the announcement channel, and when I click on the threads, it's open just 2 threads here. Weekly updates. When I click this, I can see this channel here. Not so. I made a test here and never come back. But the other one is access to walkie version. For example, if you wanna join this server, you have to come to this channel, click on this thread and access the walkie version. This way you are going to get the installation guide so that you can join the server. And also this is the thread of everything we had done so far. So it's another sub-thread for the server. This one is more relation with the server online. So there's a lot of conversation here. And in development we have this same property here. There's a lot of threads on development, and I think we can use this to make the chat more researchable. It's more easy to make search. So for example, mapping cells, HMap, there's a lot of documentation. Someone was imagine implementing this spell here, a lot of directions, and we have to calculate each spells. So always remember to look at the pin and the topics items. We are not choosing progress update anymore. I think it's a little abandoned. I think announcement got this channel is a little stopped. Getting started client filing, I think it's a little stopped too. It would be better get the walk version tutorial. Business, I think we are not talking this too much. There's some more updates here. Server files and GitHub. We have a GitHub a log here for devs. And if you are going to subscribe on the Patreon, you are going to get private channels here. So later this I can show you how to synchronize your Patreon account with the Discord, so you can create your channels here, and you are going to have access to these channels if you get the Patreon subscribe. Well, I think Discord was that, and I think we are done today here. I didn't want to make a long stream. My purpose here today was to show what we are doing here, show that maybe Slayers is coming back. Well, this is our contact. This is if you want to help us developing the server, just join our Discord, start conversation with us. We are going to welcome everyone. Only things I wanted to add to this live stream engine is that we have some issues on the when we made the server line, that there are people who is coming back with cheats, using hacks, and there's people who get really upset with that. But I think we can all see this with other perspective. If uh, someone saved the shit for this long time, I think there is a reason for that. So in the end, I believe that everyone here who is watching this live stream, who is joining our Discord server, uh, well, how is the odds that someone never knows layers, he can know his layers? I think everyone who is here has some history with the game, likes to play the game, even if even if it was with hacks or no. This is what made the game be what he is, and we are going to make the game playable. We can fix a lot of things, I think, but on this early stage, I don't think it's good to us to try to make some maybe excessive competition on the chat, try to prove that some behavior of some players are good or not, because on this stage that we are, every test we gain, every time someone joins the server and tests something, even if it's using a hack or not, this really help us and also show that there's people interested in the game, and we are going to make the server the better we can. But I don't think we should get upset with everyone that sometimes want to play the game a bit different than us. So let's just have a good time. Hope we have a great year here on Slayers, and I wish you the best. And if you are interested in this project, just join your Discord. I'm going to close the live stream. Thanks everyone who watched, and any question you can ask on the Discord, I will be available to answer. And maybe we are going to make some other stream this soon, with more updates, and let's see how things is going to run. So bye bye.